Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the 2018 NFL Draft Class, and specifically Derrius Guice, running back at LSU, and his production analytics. And for those of you that are new to the channel, you're like, what is production analytics? What is market share data specifically? Market share data is essentially this. You take an individual offensive statistic, in this case, total offensive market yardage, and you divide it by the team total yardage. So, for example, if a running back had 1,000 yards of all-purpose, which includes passing and running, and his overall team had 4,000 yards of offense, then that running back had 25% market share data. But what you do with that number is you take that performance, that percentage, and you compare it to every single running back performance since the 1969 NFL Draft Class, and then boom, you have a way of seeing where this running back stacks up against the All-Pro running backs, the Pro Bowl running backs, and even the long-term starting running backs over the course of several decades worth of information. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at where Derrius Guice ended up compared to every single running back performance since the 1969 NFL Draft Class, and then we're going to draw a couple conclusions about what potential he could have based on that performance. So first off, let's start with his overall thresholds. Thresholds is the bottom end threshold, meaning that there has not been, in many cases, not many running backs who did not hit this number of production and go on to become an all-pro player or go on to become a Pro Bowl player, etc. And when it comes to Derrius Guice, he had a 74.74 market share production score, which puts him firmly in between the all-pro threshold and the 5-time Pro Bowl threshold. In many ways, he is a 5-time Pro Bowl potential running back based on his market share data, but not necessarily an all-pro player based on his market share data. All-pro, just to get this in your head, is guys like Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton. Like, those are guys in the All-Pro area, like the multiple All-Pro area. Ezekiel Elliott is like the most recent. He's not exactly a multiple All-Pro player yet, but he definitely fits into that All-Pro sort of threshold area. Adrian Peterson, Le'Veon Bell. That's what the 89 or higher area is when it comes to production. Derrius Guice is in the 69 area, which is still a very good area to be. That's guys like Clinton Portis. That's guys like Jamal Charles. That's guys like Marshawn Lynch. That is the area where Derrius Guice tested more in terms of his production analytics, and it's not a bad thing at all to be. And not only that, when you get to the averages of the position, again, this is the average All-Pro score, average Pro Bowl score, and average starter score. Derrius Guice is firmly not in the average All-Pro area, but he definitely is in the average Pro Bowl area and the average starter area. So when it comes to Derrius Guice's analytics, it's clear to see that he has a very good shot of being a Pro Bowl running back to starting running back based on his market share data. Where he ends up in the draft is anyone's guess. The NFL, typically speaking, doesn't really know how to properly value running backs like most positions. You know, the NFL typically gets it wrong. They typically allow running backs to fall to the 5th round. You know, everybody, that saying, you can find running backs everywhere, is really the NFL not admitting that they allowed running backs to fall because they didn't properly value them. And in many ways, I think with Derrius Guice's case, there's been some buzz that he might end up just being a day 2 pick. But I think overall, when you look at his data, you look at how well he performed. He performed like this in the SEC against very, very tough competition. I'm not going to say the sky's the limit for Derrius Guice's potential because he definitely doesn't hit that all-pro area of potential. But could he become a 5-time Pro Bowl player? Could he become a long-term starter? Yes. And I think that is why he's one of the top running backs in this draft class, because he pretty much hits that area where he needs to hit in terms of his overall production analytics. And I definitely think there should be a legitimate debate between him and Saquon Barkley, where we are going to get into Saquon Barkley's data in the next video. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.